I'll look at y'all. So for those of y'all who do know me, which is everybody in this room, I know y'all, you guys know this song. It's called Emmanuel. I sing it every Christmas here in Greenville. It's the only Christmas song I've ever written because I ended up opening for somebody on a Christmas tour a few years back, and I was like, I'm kind of afraid I'm gonna forget Christmas songs that are not my own. I just do that. It's really bad. And so I was like, I'm just gonna write my own. So I wrote it the night before tour, and we ended up recording it with Father Ian and the whole gang. So here it is. I hope you enjoy it. Beneath the stars, beneath the moon, the child is born, the one we've waited for, waited for. Oh, could it be the Lord of all eternities, lying here in his mother's arms? Could this be Emmanuel? Could this be the King of Kings? Could this be the start of the story we've been waiting for years? Could this be Emmanuel? Could this be the Prince of Peace? Away in a manger, treated like a stranger, all for me. For all the blind and all the lost, for all the broken, he has come for us, come for us. He is the light to guide the way. Humanity will never be the same, be the same. Oh, could this be Emmanuel? Could this be the King of Kings? Could this be the start of the story we've been waiting for years? Oh, could this be Emmanuel? Could this be the Prince of Peace? Away in a manger, treated like a stranger, all for me. Oh, Jesus, Jesus, our God is with us, with us. They call him Jesus, Jesus. Our God is with us, with us, with us. Could this be Emmanuel? Could this be the King of Kings? Could this be the start of the story we've been waiting for years? Oh, could this be Emmanuel? Could this be the Prince of Peace? Away in the manger, treated like a stranger, all for me. Away in the manger, treated like a stranger, all for me. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. So I figured most of my songs are not Christmas, so unfortunately, even though it's the Advent season. So I'm gonna sing a few songs of mine that I've written over the years. Usually I'm in front of crowds that know nothing about me or my music. You guys all know this, I think, so that's good. Sing along if you want to. If you just want to listen, that's fine too. But I wrote this song called Capable back when I was in college at UNC. It was a really hard time. Just the culture that I was surrounded by, that you're generally surrounded by in college sometimes, it was hard to see God. And so I wrote this song. It was kind of like my diary, and I feel like it was God just telling me that He can turn even the darkest nights into the morning. And it's so true. And so that's even what the Advent season shows us, right? It was like the darkest, and then Jesus came in the form of a child to save us, and that's just the most beautiful story. And so I feel like there's a thread of that in all of the songs I write. Any Christian song, right? Just the hope that God brings. So I hope you enjoy it. You are the life in me. You are the air I breathe. You're keeping me alive, even when I'm running away. You are the light I see when I am buried deep. You lift me from the ground, giving me a chance to start again. You are relentlessly always watching over me. Nice job tying your shoes there. All right. Is there any way, Tim, that you could turn me up a little bit so I can hear myself or no? No? No way. Okay. You're going to know this song, I hope. And if you don't, I'm going to help you learn it. Right now, it's called Surrender Song. Who here knows this song? Anybody? You've heard it. All right. So I wrote this song. Actually, I wrote this song for a retreat that was for the church here in Greenville, St. Peter's. I was speaking about surrender at that retreat and singing about surrender, and it made me really pray about that idea of trusting the Lord so deeply that you surrender everything to Him. And I remember thinking, wow, I don't think I've given God everything. And I came across a quote from St. Therese of Lisieux, and she said, all those years ago, she said, you can't be half a saint, you have to be a whole saint or nothing at all. You can't be half a saint. You have to be a whole saint or nothing at all. And I don't know about you, but I want to be a saint, because what is a saint? That's just somebody who ends up in heaven. Okay, so I better be in heaven, or else the whole point of this life is just in the trash, right? And so I thought about that, and I thought, gosh, I need to write a song just for myself to re-surrender everything to God. Because sometimes we give stuff to God when it's really hard, and then we feel like we're on top of the world. We feel like we can be in control, and we take stuff back that we surrendered to Him. And that's not how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be all in His hands all the time, whether it's good, whether it's bad times, whether it's scary, whether it's joyful. And so anyway, that sounds really serious, but this is not a serious song. So I need your help. This is the part I need help on, okay? It goes like this. Oh na na, oh na na na, oh na na, oh na na na, oh na na, oh na na na. Can you do this? You can do that. Just in your head maybe. Okay, it'll be really silent. You can whisper it. Oh na na, oh na na. Can you do that? All right, goes like this. One more time. Every time it comes up, just sing if you want. Oh na na, oh na na na, oh na na, oh na na na, oh na na, oh na na na. 2, 3, go. Oh na na, oh na na na, oh na. There you go. Oh yeah. Oh na na, oh na na na. I think the little baby could do it. All right. Every time that comes up, sing with me. I've been thinking about a lot these days. I've been thinking about everything. I've been thinking about where my heart's at. Is it all yours or am I holding it back? If you're a father of love, make me a child of trust as I sing my song to you. Like oh na na, oh na na na, oh na na, oh na na na, oh na na, oh na na na. This is my surrender song, my for so long I've been holding on song. Now I'm giving it all back to you. Na 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 to you. Na 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 na. This is my surrender song. Now I'm living in complete abandon, 'cause I've given it all back to you. Na 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 to you. I've been living with one foot in your grace, and the other deep in earthly things. I've been letting the fear of what won't be conquer the hopes of what you have for me. If you're a father of love, make me a child of trust as I sing my song to you. Like oh na na, oh na na na, oh na na, oh na na na, oh na na, oh na na na. Yeah, this is my surrender song, my for so long I've been holding on song. Now I'm giving it all back to you. Na 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 to you. Na 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 na. This is my surrender song. Now I'm living in complete abandon, 'cause I've given it all back to you. Na 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 to you. Na 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 na. This is my surrender song, my for so long I've been holding on song. Now I'm giving it all back to you. Na 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 to you. This is my surrender song. Now I'm living in complete abandon, 'cause I've given it all back to you. Na 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 to you. I've been thinking about a lot these days. I've been thinking about everything. Thank you. All right, I think you guys are gonna know this one. I didn't write it. Whoever did write it would be a millionaire, but I think this is just, what is it called? Common domain? Domain? General domain? Oh, come, let us adore. Sing this with me. Oh, come, oh, ye faithful, joyful and triumphant. Oh, come ye to Bethlehem. Come and behold him, born the King of angels. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him, Christ the Lord. Sing that with me. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him, Christ the Lord. Let us adore him. Sing, choirs of angels, sing in exultation. Sing, all ye citizens of heaven above. Glory to God, glory in the highest. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him, Christ the Lord. Let us adore him, oh, worthy King of kings. Let us adore him, oh, worthy King of kings. Oh, come, let us behold, adore Christ the Lord. Let us adore him. Oh, come, let us behold, adore Christ the Lord. Let us adore him. Oh, worthy King of kings. Let us adore him. Oh, worthy King of kings. Please, one more time, oh, come. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him, Christ the Lord. Let us adore him. Beautiful. I could hear those voices. Let me tell you, for any of you who have heard that song when we put it out, it is much easier singing that song when you have a full band around you. You're just standing there. All I have to do is sing. All right, so this song of mine is called Maybe. It's a song that's near and dear to my heart. I think something that happens whenever somebody encounters God, whether they have a huge conversion or whether they're just like a cradle Christian or a cradle Catholic, you get to a point where you get to know God in a way that makes you change the way you think about yourself. And I speak so much to people, so much to kids, but it's every single age group. that needs to hear that, we are loved and we are enough the way that we are in all things but sin. We don't have to change anything else, but just, our behaviors that are not in line with God. But every little quirk about us, every little weird thing, every little fun thing, God created us to be that way. I love quirky people. I myself am a quirky person. And so I wrote this song when I was kind of forgetting that, the fact that God made me the way I am for a reason. And I was thinking about music because I had moved to Nashville from North Carolina. I was so comfortable here in North Carolina with all my friends, all my family, my parish, everything. All these people I knew and they knew me and they supported me. And then I moved to Nashville because I felt God calling me to that. And I get there and I started thinking, getting really anxious first of all. And then I started thinking, man, I need to look different, I need to act different, I need to write different songs, my voice needs to be better, I need to lose weight, I need to change what I'm wearing, I need to be older. Whoever says I want to be older, unless you're like 5 years old, right? And so I was like, I gotta be older. Now I'm like, I want to be younger, please. But then God reminded me at the height of my anxiety, 2 weeks into Nashville, he reminded me that I just needed to remember who I was in him. And so I wrote this song as my anthem, kind of just against the lies that I was believing about myself. And I just asked God, what do you think about me? What does your voice say, God? Instead of this voice in my mind telling me I'm not enough. And it was funny because I actually ended up at a huge record label a month later, and I wrote this, or I played them this song that I thought had to be different because I was too different, and I had to be like everybody else in my mind. And at the end of me playing this song for all those people, at that record label, the guy said, he's like, this is the best compliment I can give you, Dana. You don't sound like anybody else. And that's the best compliment. And each and every one of us are not like anybody else, and that's a good thing. That's not a bad thing. That's a beautiful thing, and we need to embrace that. And so I wrote the song based on that. I still need to hear this from time to time. Hope you enjoy it. Brand new start, new place, new world, feeling like I'm the new girl. I just wanna fit in. Independence into a fault, but deep down I just wanna belong. Maybe if I was different. Maybe if I was just a little bolder, maybe a little more experienced. Maybe if I was just a little less like me. Maybe if I was just a little wiser, maybe just a little more confident. Got all these questions in my head, but maybe I should trust your voice instead. Maybe, yeah. Why can't she figure it out? Everyone is singing her praises. What if she doesn't meet their expectations? Buried deep in her doubts, got her thinking out loud. Maybe if I was just a little bolder, maybe a little more experienced. Maybe if I was just a little less like me. Maybe if I was just a little wiser, maybe just a little more confident. Got all these questions in my head, but maybe I should trust your voice instead. Maybe, yeah. song of mine. Every single song has a story. If you're going to write a song, there's usually a story to it. There's a reason why you wrote it. And I wrote this next song just when I was too afraid to even follow God's will for my life. And I had realized, I thought I had given everything to him, but I really didn't give a lot to him. I felt so in control of my life. And then at the moment where I felt God ask me to jump and take a huge leap into music, right after I graduated from college, that's when I was just like, I wanted to run away. But I ended up reading this quote. I'm apparently into quotes from saints, from St. John Henry Newman. It's from his poem, Lead Kindly Light. And the first few lines say, I don't ask to see the distant scene, one step is enough for me. I don't ask to see the far off, road. I just need to see the next step, God. That's what this saint was praying. And his life was pretty crazy. And I remember feeling like God was asking me, Dana, will you just take the next step with me? I'm not going to show you the whole road. You don't need to know the whole road. We'd probably be afraid if we saw the whole road, right? Because we don't have the grace to get through what's in the future. We only have the grace to get through what is today. And at that moment, I picked up my guitar and I wrote this song. And it was my first anthem of surrender, even before Surrender Song. And after that, I just gave everything to God. And then I took the next step and the next step and the next step, and I ended up fully in music instead of doing what I thought I was going to. And it all just started with saying yes and trusting God and giving him room to move. Because when we don't give God room to show that he's good, he can't possibly show that he's good because he respects our freedom. So I just ask all of you guys here and everybody at home that's watching to just take a second and just close your eyes and just pray, come Holy Spirit. And just ask God, what is one thing I've been holding back from you that you want me to surrender? One thing I'm afraid to give you because I'm afraid you're not good enough to carry it. And you might see an image, you might hear something, you might just know, you might just perceive the thing that you're holding back, whether it's a relationship, whether it's something you're trying to hide from God, hide from others, whether it's your financial situation, whatever it is, your family. And I just ask that as I sing this song, that you make it your prayer to just give that to God. I'm going to do the same thing during this song. Because I think that's just, again, something about the Advent season. There's something about coming home to God and remembering that he is a God of hope. He's a God of joy. He's a God we can trust. He gave everything for us. Why can't we give him everything? So I hope you enjoy the song. It's called I Will Follow. You show me the next step, never the whole road. You are my compass, you show me where to go. So easy to say, much harder to do. Lord, I will trust in you. I will trust in you, my God. I am yours completely. It's the only thing I know. Wherever you lead me, I will follow. I am yours completely. You show me the next step, never the whole road. You are my compass, you show me where to go. Alright, again, you guys are going to know this. So I hope you sing it with me. Sing it with me at home. the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our dear Savior's birth. Long lay the world in sin and error pining, till He appeared and the soul felt its worth. A thrill say something to the people online or the people here?
Let's give it up for Dana. Thanks everybody for joining us, and it's been another good year having Dana in town. Also, she's going to be with us for Seek February 4th to the 6th out in Wilmington. If you guys want to come down and see her, and so let's give her one more round of applause.